to the Creative Buzz. I am ShaKara, and today we have our lovely guest, Miss Anissa Knight. She is a young visionary, a creative, a dancer, choreographer, and filmmaker, and she is here to share her wonderful story with you today.
Thank you, ShaKara.
Thank you so much for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Let's jump right in.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you became a filmmaker, who was Anissa Knight?
She was Technical Sergeant Anissa Knight. I was an X-ray tech in the Air Force for 20 years. I did it all from X-ray, fluoro, CT, mammo, supply.
Wow, you sound like you definitely did a bit of everything. You sound like a Jill of all trades. I love those. So what inspired you to pursue a bachelor's degree in digital cinematography after retiring from the Air Force?
Well, once I retired, I knew that I wanted to go the creative route. I had done my share of patient care and I just wanted to have some fun. So I had a short stint with a marketing company. I got a digital marketing degree from the same school I'm at now. And I wasn't fully fulfilled with that, so I went back to my first love, which is dance. And dance kind of brought me to doing all these dance visuals, which brought me to dance film. And I was like, I need to dip more into this film and learn more about this side. So found a school that'll do it.
Wow, wonderful. I'm glad that fell on your lap that way. When you first started this journey, what did you think becoming a filmmaker would look like?
I knew it would be hard work, but I knew that I had to become comfortable with being uncomfortable because I was going to be learning things. I knew it was going to be a lot of problem solving, and that's exactly what it's been, but every time it's been worth it.
Right. You guys, I hope you're listening to that. Every creative journey comes with setbacks. What was one of the biggest challenges you faced during this program?
I wouldn't even call it a setback. I would call it lessons. And I think the biggest lesson is knowing that you're constantly learning and you're in an industry that's constantly changing, so you're going to have to be open to changes and being adaptable, whether that be who you're working with, the rates that you're given, how you want to go about doing certain projects. It's just really being open and flexible.
Yes, that's such an important distinction, calling it a lesson, and that's very important. I hope you guys pick that up too, because you definitely want to know that you are learning at all times. So speaking of that, tell me about your first professional client project with a more dance company. What did that experience teach you about filmmaking beyond the classroom?
Wow, it was an incredible experience. There were some amazing girls. Cal, who was the choreographer and she created the concept behind the dance film we did, was incredible to work with. But I learned that communication up front is super important, and it'll deter how film day goes. Learning how to rate yourself is really important, and being open to what can come in post-production, because all kind of unexpected challenges arrive, and again, if these are just lessons and you just got to figure it out.
Wow. I hope you guys are listening to that, because definitely things come up that you're not going to be prepared for. You want to be able to think on the fly and get through it quickly. During this journey, you also founded Queen City Sirens and Siren Crown Cinema. What inspired you to create them, and what does it represent to you?
Well, Queen City Sirens is a women's dance collective. It's a bunch of women who I've met in this dance community who I just love to dance with, and what was most important to me is that I felt safe with. We just support each other, we love dancing with each other, we're all very disciplined, and we all love ourselves, which I feel like is the most important when you're trying to create something intimate with other people. You need to make sure that they know there's no room for comparison, that they give themselves grace when they mess up, and no matter what, they still are her.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that resonates with a lot of people in our audience, because a lot of people in our audience are trying to pick up different things, making pivots, and a lot of them are creatives as well. And if someone watching this is struggling to believe in themselves or is afraid to pursue a creative dream, what would you want them to know?
I would say that you have to give yourself grace. People start over all the time, and you can't expect to go into something new and be amazing at it. Even if you know that's where you're headed, you're gonna make mistakes. So don't be afraid of those. Learn from them and use it to make you better.
Yeah, definitely. I'm picking up that through this journey, you're learning a lot about not only your creative process and your professional process, but a lot about yourself, it seems like. And I just want that for all of you. I want you to know that as you pursue these things, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, and that's going to continue to carry you far. We just have a few more questions. What is one thing you had to completely unlearn in order to get to where you are today?
I had to unlearn that putting yourself first is wrong. In the military, especially in the Air Force, one of our core values was service before self, and I had to unlearn all that. What I've learned is you cannot give 100 if you are not at 100. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. So it's best that you take care of you so you can take care of others. I mean, yeah, you gotta love yourself first.
Yeah, for sure. Everything's going to come from you. So you cannot put anything out that you don't already contain yourself. So you absolutely have to take care of yourself first. I absolutely love that. And I also have one more question for you. I want to know, for someone listening who is inspired by your story, what is the very first step that they should take tomorrow?
Tomorrow you need to start research. You need to research who's in the industry, how you can learn more about it, what the rates are. Google and YouTube will be your best friends.
You hear that? You hear that? There are lots of resources for you out there right now.
Free resources.
Free resources for sure. Is there anything else that you want us to know? Where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at Anissa the Baddest, and also my production company, Siren Crown Cinema, is Siren Crown Cinema on Instagram. We also have YouTube. I'm just really looking forward to sharing my creations with the world. The overall mission is to push love and happiness for a happier humanity.
Yes! Thank you. That is what all of this is about. And we thank you so much for your time today, for being here. This is just so helpful for our audience, and I hope you guys take all these jewels with you. And we will see you next time on the Creative